Hi guys. Excuse me. Hi guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing very well this morning. We are here, we're going to be doing the next nakshatra, finishing out the sign of Aries and the beginning of Taurus. So we're going to be looking at 40 degrees of Aries to 10 degrees of sidereal Taurus. Okay, let's get into it. My name's Madeline Daisy. I am an astrologer. I am myself. It doesn't matter my titles, it doesn't matter my job, it doesn't matter my occupation. I'm here to give you information, occult information. Highly occult, hidden, deep, advanced knowledge in regards to symbolism, in regards to astrology, in regards to for people that are trying to understand how to manipulate symbols to create and use the symbols to have some sort of power in the world around them, that look at the more symbolic side of life to help create their realities. People that see things in a systematic or a sort of categorize. There could even possibly be like some comparing involved in the way that they think. But this is going to be deep astrology. Okay, this is my first time going around the wheel. So bear with me as I am learning them and I'm still getting acquainted to the energies and the deities that rule over these portions of the sky. So let's get into it. We're going to be looking at Kritika today. I had a little part in my notebook that I had copied, I think probably almost a year or 2 years ago. That I could not find that notebook for some reason. I looked through it. I've got all my notebooks sitting over here, but I just couldn't find that individual one. So I can summarize it. We'll get into that. I want to give you the bare bones facts of the symbols. I'm going to be using mikesleepingdog.com. I will link it in the description, the website that I'm reading from. He does an amazing job at gathering a large amount of information and making it available for everyone. He also has a podcast on Spotify if you feel the need to check it out. So, we have Kritika Nakshatra. He does an amazing job. It's like for the entire page. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's like a 76 minute read. I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah, anyway, so that's it. So we are looking here. So this is going to be in the Pleiades. So the Pleiades is in, I don't know, like you're like the Pleiadian star seeds or whatever. Not important, not at all what it's about. So we can see here that this is this is the peacock, or it's, we see a peacock here in the picture. He also has a snake at his foot, a peacock, and it's looking like he is standing on flowers. Okay, so let's go. So this is going to be the first sun-ruled nakshatra. I might be able to even link you a video if you have this nakshatra in your chart to a girl that does an amazing job at like facial features and what it's like to be a sun dominant person. I can do my best to link that there, but if not, it's Claire Nocti. Go check out her channel. I'm not going to try and recreate or redo what she already did because she did an amazing job at it, and that's just honestly a waste of my time. So there's so many other people that have done so much work on these. I don't want to do that work. I want to continue the work that they've already done. So it is important to get assimilated or to be familiar with the people that have already done a large amount of this work. I'm going to be building off that knowledge or getting myself acquainted with this information. So it's not going to be something, I'm not just going to recreate what's already been done. Anyways, I felt the need to say that. So the meaning is the champion, the commander-in-chief, and the one who cuts away what doesn't belong, or the power to burn away what no longer belongs or what is old. It's also the star of fire. So the main deity is Agni, the god of fire. and it deals with prana and the metabolism and the breath and the way that the breath metabolizes the body. It gets really into this in this article if you want to read the whole thing. The main symbols is an axe, razor, flame, a peacock, and flame, peacock, numbers 6 and 7. The secondary deities is Dionysus, the 7 sisters, the 7 wives, and the Western deity is Hestia. Okay, so there is also a strong connection here with Dionysus, and I know that Dionysus has a strong connection to Jesus Christ, and the that's a whole tangent to get in itself. I just have to look that one up yourself. So yeah. Rulership, it says white flowers, Brahmins who maintain and worship the sacred fire daily, those who know the sacred hymns and sacrificial rules, grammarians, miners, barbers, potters, priests, and astrologers. That's the rulership, okay? So, the guna is Rajasic, if you know what that means. Timurti is Shiva / disillusion. The gender is female. The varna or the caste is Brahmin. The motivation or the goal is kama. The nature is mixed, soft, and sharp. The activity is active. The body parts is the hips, the loins, the top, and the back of head. So it's saying here that Kritika is the type of nakshatra that will knock others down in order to achieve their goal. They have a very creative energy, but a lot of times it creates through destruction. So it represents the aggressive aspects of sexual union, the force used to give birth, and the championship of sperm that succeeds in fertilizing the egg. There can't be a winner in the world without losers. Kritika will often seek to knock others down. These people can also burn a lot of bridges in their life and leave a lot of general destruction in their wake. Okay, so there was a sage Angrias, and Queen, I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry. His name means he who has sprung from the coals, shines like fire, or the radiant one. Associated with many beautiful hymns, especially the Artha Veda and the Rig Veda. He is the teacher of fire worship, closely connected to concepts with oblation and memory. Okay. Anyways, if you want to read this, Wednesdays, I guess, is a good day to work on that, but I would say, I'm just going to leave it at that, and I'm going to let you read the thing about it. I'm still getting acquainted with it. Yeah, so I just want to get into it and just get the energy that we can get off of it. I'm just kind of in like the mood to like go fast, go quick. So we're going to be learning more as we go through these, because I'm going to go through these probably multiple times. So let's get into it. I really don't like the color of my hair at all, but like it really just, I have to kind of like leave it right now. I really, really don't like it. So it's okay. That's not what this is about. This is not about my hair. Okay, it's a little bit red. It's like a weird red. I just washed it again yesterday, and it's just kind of whatever, bitch. Nobody cares. Agni. Talks about the breath. Prana is really important here. Breathing. That's how you activate the prana within you. So meditation is important here to activate this nakshatra, right? It's like you can't have fire without oxygen. So I know that that's a whole long thing, and he's done a lot of research, but it really is so simple. It's so basic, right? This is going to really talk about I feel like the actual birthing process, right? Where we're going through the birthing process right now. We had the female yoni was the one before in Baharni. And so this is the more aggressive, time of like childbirth, right? Because that's what's happening right now. We're going through the cave, and we are working through the astrology wheel, and this is the wheel of life. So right now we are working on the birthing process. Okay. Let's take a look and see what we have. I don't know why I'm starting with this deck. I don't like this deck very much, but I guess we're going to go for it. Okay, can we get the first? Just give me, we have Yes, I Was Cheating. Okay, cool. So let's get into this. So for Critica, can we get the first pada of Critica, please? What is the card in predicting what is going on in the first pada for Critica? Eight of Wands, we had this card come out for Baharni. So this talks about quick communication, things going quickly. It's not necessarily the best job done, but that's kind of the nature of Aries, right? Aries kind of, they start things, they don't necessarily finish things, and they don't necessarily do them right, but they get them started. So I feel like that's really the nature of Aries and kind of how Aries' track record goes, right? It's never really done all the way properly, and I think that's just kind of the way that Aries is. That's just the way Aries goes. Because they're the first to go, they don't necessarily do it all the way properly. There's always loose ends. It's the first, but it's definitely not the greatest. But it is the first, so you have to give them that, right? They're the daring one to actually be the first to show their face, show their head. Okay. Second pada, Critica. Oh, the Greek equivalent being Hestia. There is some really good Hestia like hymns that you can read. I really actually have a strong connection to Hestia. Hestia came to me pretty early on in my spiritual development. Hecate was the first one to come to me, but and Hecate is a very close deity to me. It's how I got my dog. My dog is a gift or a blessing from Hestia. You can see her back there sleeping. Are you sleeping? Lady, are you dead? Lady. She says, oh no, I'm actually not dead. I'm a Scorpio though. Hey, love you. Really? Yes. Okay. So that's my dog. Her name is Raven. But I was not super witchy, right? I wasn't really witchy. I wasn't really into like the whole ritualistic. I wasn't into like a lot of like, I'm not like, I can do spell work and I can do rituals and stuff, but I was a lot, my power comes a lot more in the mercurial realm of things. That also, and I am going through my Mercury Dasha. I started my Mercury Dasha, I think, a year or two ago. So I started my life in my Jupiter Dasha. At the end of my Jupiter Dasha, a majority of my life I was living in my Saturn Dasha, and I am now in my Mercury Dasha. So that's going to talk a lot more about thoughts and thinking, but Hestia is a different energy entirely, kind of. There is actually a really strong connection to Hestia and Mercury. But Hestia is the first daughter of Kronos, so there's a lot of connection to that in Jupiter. Okay, and we're also getting connections to the sun, so we're talking about the hearth and the home and keeping things warm in the home, the ability to make your appearance warm, right? To have a warm appearance, like to be, right, the Queen of Wands kind of energy, to be just warm to be around, right? The type of person that when you're around them, you feel warm, you feel inviting, it feels nice, like it's cozy, it's cheery kind of energy. It's not cold, it's not, it's just warm. It's like a warm person. Anyways, I hope that's making sense. We're just kind of going, like I said, this is my first time channeling through the energy, so I'm just kind of getting what I pick up on, obviously through other people, the basics, and then what I'm picking up on it myself through my own knowledge. We can read the Hymn to Hestia, actually, because I do actually enjoy reading it, and I just had it pulled up. I will post this video in the description. I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to read the transcript of her. I believe it comes from, I believe she just read it, but it's like, where does it come from? Oh, sorry. I believe it comes from the, what's it called? I don't remember. I'm not sure. It's something that was translated out from Greek. So this is the Hymn to Hestia. It says, Zeus the Father gave you high honor. Instead of marriage, and you have your place in the midst of the house, place in the midst of the house in all the temples of the gods, you have a share of honor, and among all mortals you are chief of the goddesses, Hestia. In the high dwellings of all, both deathless gods and men, you walk on earth. You have gained an everlasting abode and highest honor. Glorious is your portion and your right, for without you, mortals hold no banquets, where one does not do leap or sweet wine and offering to Hestia. Okay, this isn't the best interpretation, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I'm feeling it's quick energy. So pretty much what it's saying is there would be no banquets, there would be no parties, there would be no home without Hestia. There would be no warmth in life, there would be no agony, there would be no first breath out of the birth canal without this Hestia goddess, right? Let's get into the energy. Okay, the next card out for the second pot, we have the Devil. The Devil, so that is Capricorn energy, that's Saturnian energy, which is the mother of, or the father of, so there could be something about feeling a little bit chained in, or feeling like, right, it's like you have to breathe in order to survive. Be cautious about anyone trying to keep you chained. Very interesting. In this card, I'm just now noticing that they're only chained by the ankles, like one ankle. And they both have like their little horns, so this could just be talking about like incoming quickly. Very interesting. And the way they have like the pentagram set up, it's like you're like the head of the star is still pointing at you. So that's like declaring you as the devil because, or me as the devil, because the head of like the star is pointing towards me, right? So right now it's pointing towards you, so. Too many cards came out. So let's get into the energy. I hope this is making sense. Is it making sense? I'm not sure. We're rocking and we're rolling. We're getting through these energies. All right, let's go. Are you going to ride the beast or what? Do you have what it takes to ride the beast? Do you have what it takes to actually to actually ride the beast? Do you actually have what it takes? Are you actually worthy of crossing the abyss? What makes you worthy? What makes you think that you have what it takes? What makes you think that you're good enough to cross through? How are you going to tame this beast? How are you going to mount this beast within you? How are you going to tame this energy within you? This chaotic, crazy energy. How are you going to find a way to tame it? Are you going to cheat? Are you going to lie and say you did when you didn't? Or are you going to actually do it? Are you going to continue to allow your body to have control over your mind? Or are you going to control your mind and have your mind control your body? Half empty, half full. Heads or tails. Five of Wands in reverse. It's taking me to the Three of Wands. We have 8 wands, then we subtract 5 wands from that. That's 3 wands. That's you standing on the precipice, not necessarily ready to jump, but looking over this abyss, looking over it and seeing, should I jump? Should I go? Am I ready? Do I know enough? Am I knowledgeable enough? Am I wise enough? Am I going to get eaten alive when I make it to the other side? Automatically you failed already if you're asking yourself those questions. You have to be confident in your ability. The Fool in reverse. You hesitated. You hesitated. You hesitated? Either that or you're coming out the other side, depending on where you're at individually, right? The Fool is a card that is connected to the Godhead, but that's you coming out on the light side of things. So that would mean that you, once again, have not harnessed the darkness. You have once again only accepted the light and just continued to allow this fire to burn inside of you, to rise inside of you. You have not, your fires are not out, your fires are still lit. Your Kundalini is still active and it is still rising, and your serpentine energy, your Luciferian energy is still going in full effect. You were able to temper yourself. You were able to remove yourself from the competition when maybe the competition was completely pointless and it wasn't even meant for you to be in competition, but for some reason there was something being competitive towards you, and you were able to take a step back and think about things, and you were able to, well, yeah, but you didn't necessarily jump. So we're never really going to know what's on the other side of that jump, but my guess would be you kind of are always going to wonder what would have happened had you have jumped, had you have done things the other way. So what's incoming quickly for you is Saturnian energy, bondage, being held back, learning more. Definitely gonna need to try again to harness the beast. And you know, you tried, we can give you that round of applause for trying, but trying is not going to get you to the other side. So take with that what you will. Take with that what you will. My foot's asleep, actually. My right foot is asleep, so let's see. Okay, let's go to my deck. That's my deck for the collective. This is my personal deck. So for Kritika Nakshatra, we have here the Six of Cups. Innocent love, looking at the past. This talks a lot about the past. The Ten of Swords with the Devil, the Knight of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Not good energy here. Definitely some uncomfortable energy in this section of sky for me. I do have my Saturn at 1 degree Taurus tropically. But it's just looking here like there could have definitely been some verbal issues, some really verbally rude things that were said to you. This could have definitely been something from the past in regards to someone that really wanted to keep you held back in something. So I am seeing here, though, you're kind of like busting through this energy with a fucking bazooka because you want access to your heart. You want access to your home. You want access to the things that really make you feel loving. Somebody's trying to say you're not going to make it to the other side, so you're going to grab a fucking bazooka and you're going to blow the bitch to the ground type energy, right? That's what that's giving me. That's giving me like, oh, you won't let me in? That's like I'm coming in. I'm pushing past, right? Because that's what you're supposed to do. When you're met with this energy of Saturn, even though we're here in a Sun Nakshatra, for some reason I'm feeling like I'm being met with the energy of Saturn. This could be because of my own personal natal chart, but it's giving me the energy of someone that is really trying to hold you back in terms of your communication. This is Sun and Gemini energy. We also have another Gemini card here. Okay, so there's someone trying to hold you back from your communication. If you guys are not aware, I do have a grand cross in my chart, a cardinal grand cross, opposing Mercury, squaring the moon, and squaring Neptune, all at 90 degrees. So do keep that in mind. It is difficult for me when I'm met at these points in these places where I do have these this activated in my chart. It's going to be very different for me individually as an astrologer than anyone else because of this extremely potent aspect that I have in my natal chart. So that is what I'm being met with. We're at 30 minutes. This has been a very long video. I'm going to tell Saturn you can go get fucked. And I'm not going to allow myself to be held back. If we're talking about Karanzan, or if we're talking about am I going to mount the beats, pretty much it's like, you know, in like pornos, when the guy like puts his foot on the chick's head, that's what I'm seeing in my brain right now. So oh, we have the Star. Yeah, we have the Star, the Ace of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Five of Cups. Okay, so that's pretty much what I have for you guys. That was an interesting reading. We didn't do the oracles. Let's get the oracles out for you because that's important. Nothing like some good old oracle messages. Let's see here. We have Show Me You Want Me. Someone wants you to take the lead in this situation. They're waiting for a sign from you as to whether it's safe to make a move. Be clear about what you desire and which direction you want this situation to go. Right? It's coming out over here on this Eight of Wands to the Devil card. Show me you want me. Show me you want me. What? This is like the kind of person that like wants you just so that they can control you. I'm looking very sinister right now. I'm really loving it. The world stops when I'm in your arms. Being with you brings someone immense joy. None of their problems matter. None of the noise in the world can affect them as long as they get to be held by you. And it's too much work. This connection requires more effort than it's worth. It seems you're working towards different outcomes and not on the same page. Either change course to simplify or give up the end of sentence. It didn't end the sentence. It just give up the. So definitely some conflicting energies here. Definitely some conflicting energies. We already got a card from this deck. We don't need another one from that deck. It's a very fun deck, that one. Let's see. New Moon in Scorpio, go deeper. New Moon in Gemini, think it through. And that's all I'm going to pull for that. We have Hidden Enemy. We have Stop, Look, and Listen. There we are on that, talking about that Fool energy at the abyss. Like, are you going to jump? We have Hidden Enemy. There's definitely something in your environment that's telling you that you maybe should. We have the Lesson. And we have the Stranger in reversed. I hope that that helps you. My name is Madeline. You can go ahead and follow me. I will put my Instagram link down below. For my Instagram and my Twitter, you can find me on other platforms. Adults only, obviously. And yeah. Thank you for being here. Sorry, this got a little bit brutal. That's how it gets sometimes. This was a very channeled energy. Sorry if it made you frustrated. Sorry if it made you feel confused. If it made you feel uncomfortable, stop being a little biatch and get with the fucking program. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to the next nakshatra. I believe we're going to be working on Rohini next. So this is going to be like the Garden of Eden. 33 on the timer. Toodaloo.